I spoke to this ever so briefly when talking about banks as the safest way to save. They're relatively safe, but they're not risk-free, since the risk of losing value in your money due to inflation is highest. Technically speaking, the safest place to put your money is on a desert island with an X above the spot. And you, and only you, have the map. The next safest place is right under your mattress. And then comes the checking account at your local or national bank. The biggest myth about saving your way to wealth. There are a number of myths out there about growing your wealth, especially when it comes to saving to grow your wealth. In this video, I'm going to bust some of those myths, starting with the myth that saving alone is enough to grow your wealth. Believe it or not, while this is commonly believed, it's not the biggest myth about saving. More on that in a moment. While saving is a crucial component of financial health, it's often not sufficient for significant wealth accumulation. Inflation can erode the value of savings over time, and investing is typically necessary to outpace inflation and grow wealth. Things like stocks, bonds, real estate, or other assets, they offer the potential for returns higher than the average savings account or fixed deposit. Now, don't get it twisted. Saving is key for many things. Emergency funds, getting the money for down payments on leveraged assets, including mortgages, car loans, etc. However, if you have the right savings vehicle, you would be surprised how easily you can save the money to buy such things with cash. More on that in a separate video. But saving is also key on getting on the other side of the compound interest equation. Still, it's not sufficient to grow wealth. Another myth that needs to be busted is you need a large income to start saving. Many people believe that saving is only for those who already have substantial income. However, even small amounts saved up consistently can add up over time due to the power of compound interest. I talked about that a little bit earlier. You see, even a little bit of savings combined with the right vehicle and multiplied by time can amount in big savings. The key is to start as early as possible and to save regularly, regardless of the amount. Speaking of savings vehicles, another myth is that keeping money in the bank is the safest way to save. While keeping money in a bank is safe and important for short-term needs and emergency funds, it's not always the best strategy for long-term wealth growth due to low interest rates offered by most savings accounts. Diversified savings into other financial instruments can be more effective for long-term goals. Think high-yield savings accounts, certificates of deposits. Now, this next one is a little bit controversial as its risk profile is elevated at such a level that most people don't think of it as saving at all. And in a very real sense, they're right. That said, though, I like fixed income instruments for this sort of thing as well. Think of things like treasury bond, municipal bond, munis, etc. Just like CDs, they'll give you better rates of return than a savings account, and in some cases much better. Also, they can be laddered to help you to amplify your gains. In my opinion, highly underrated in the savings space. Another myth is that you should always save a set percentage of your income. The one-size-fits-all percentage rule, like saving 10% of income, doesn't consider individual circumstances. Factors such as age, income, financial goals, and existing savings should dictate how much money one saves. For some, saving more aggressively might be necessary, particularly if you're trying to create an emergency fund, for example. That stated, for others, a lower rate of saving might be more adequate, especially if you're more focused on your investments and you have a long investment horizon, which is to say that you're young and you have a lot of money-making years ahead of you. Another myth that needs busting is that saving is risk-free, and this, my friends, is the biggest myth. I spoke to this ever so briefly when talking about banks as the safest way to save. They're relatively safe, but they're not risk-free, since the risk of losing value in your money due to inflation is highest. Technically speaking, the safest place to put your money is on a desert island with an X above the spot, and you, and only you, have the map. The next safest place is right under your mattress, and then comes the checking account at your local or national bank. Even with the quote-unquote safest savings techniques, you're risking that your wealth will slowly erode due to inflation, or that your maid will discover that you have thousands of dollars under your mattress, or some pirate will discover your treasure map and lead an expedition to unearth it. But other types of savings include high-yield savings accounts. But even with other types of savings accounts, such as high-yield savings or certificates of deposit, they come with associated risks as well. Now, high-yield savings accounts and certificates of deposits, their risks are mitigated to some degree by the FDIC, or the Federal Depository Insurance Company, but not totally, particularly if the amount in your account is greater than the FDIC's limit of $250K. The truth is that there is no truly safe savings vehicle. They all come with risks and rewards. Consider the certificate of deposit. Did you know you can use it and other savings investment instruments to help you level up your credit card game? Yeah, it is true. And I have a video on that very topic that I know you should check out. And remember that a goal without a plan is a wish. A goal with a plan and no action is a wish list. Like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. I'm Derek West. You're watching Finance Squared. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.